right? Which is discrimination.
Yeah, we're at Smoothie King, and they're discriminating and saying we cannot get service because Jake has a Trump service on.
Okay, well, so, you said you were going to leave, so please just have a great day and leave so we can continue what we're doing. Like,
we were just wanting a smoothie, and you literally looked at us, and I asked you if everything was okay. You said we don't feel comfortable serving you because of my husband's hoodie. Yes. That is discrimination.
Okay, well, have a great day. Like,
that is illegal.
That's illegal.
I said Trump discriminates us.
That has nothing to do with us wanting a smoothie.
Okay, but that's what you support. That's what you love. Them.
You don't. But you don't own this. You don't own Smoothie King.
You no longer have your job.
Literally, like I'm confused. Is this a joke?
Good luck maintaining your employment.
I don't care. Like, have a great day.
When your company is charged, yeah, you will.
So literally, Jake's wearing his hoodie. They would not serve us because Jake's wearing a Trump hoodie. Talking about discrimination.
This happened at a local Smoothie King in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The employees refused to serve a Trump supporter wearing MAGA merch. Here's what happens next.
It is embarrassing. No, what's embarrassing is that we're American citizens and I wanted to get a smoothie.
Because my manager's here, she said the same thing to you. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying to you, okay?
But that's, Ed, you know that's a crime, right?
It's not.
Discrimination is a crime.
We have the right to refuse service here, and that's what we
Not due to political views, though. Not due to political views.
You asked her what was wrong, and she said that she was uncomfortable, right or wrong. You asked the question, she answered, have a great day. Have a great day. The door is right there. Have a great day.
How embarrassing.
Have a great day. Call the police. Okay?
Wow.
Discrimination.
Yeah, I am going to call the police.
The fallout has only begun. Here's the workers' angle.
We don't support
the Trump supporter.
Not anymore.
All right. Why is that?
Well, if you were married to a beautiful woman, she cooked well, sex was great, kept the house well, everything was great, but she was pimping out the kids while you were at work, would you keep her?
The Smoothie King confrontation raises a genuine legal and ethical question, one that American courts have actually wrestled with. Political affiliation is not a protected class under federal civil rights law the way race, religion, or gender are. Private businesses generally do retain the right to refuse service, though some states have broader protections. So the discrimination claim, while emotionally understandable, doesn't hold up on its legal merits in most jurisdictions. What the confrontation actually reveals is how deeply political identity has become embedded in everyday social interactions. A smoothie run becoming a flashpoint is a symptom of a broader cultural fracture.
I thought it would be easier talking about leaving MAGA as a 3-time Trump voter than it is, but some of y'all are really mean. And I get this was me this time last year, but that doesn't matter. Because again, my feelings matter. Yours never mattered. The level of hate I'm getting is unreal. People telling me to have accountability, to put the work into my community instead of coming on the internet and crying for myself. Like, you just don't get it. So much for the tolerant left. You guys are exactly how the right describes you. Like, how do you not get that this shit is hard?
Nobody talk to me right now. I just have so much heartburn over all the people who just got scammed by Donald Trump because they're never going to get their Trump phones or the deposits they paid. And I just feel bad for 600,000 people who were dumb enough to believe that man. So for over a year, he's been stringing them along that a Trump phone is coming and it's going to make America great again. Where's the $59 million, y'all? Where did that money go? Normally, I'd take this time to explain the many other ways that Trump has managed to screw his supporters over, like the Doge checks and the tariffs and the no new wars and the inflation and the gas being cheaper, and that he was going to end the war with Ukraine, and day one, everything would be great in America. But the only thing I think I'll say is there's a reason Donald Trump became a Republican, and it's because he knew Democrats were too smart to fall for this shit.
Hey, Trump supporter here. This goes out to Don Jr. and Eric. Where the f***'s my phones? I ordered 4 gold Trump phones in the summer. Now we can't get any f***ing updates on them.
He's not alone. A bunch of customers and MAGA fans are very angry to find that Donald Trump is breaking his word again. That Trump's family business has duped whatever fans it has left. This latest grift involves the Trump family's business failure to deliver promised Trump phones after getting down payments on them from a lot of customers. Now, how many people would actually like to buy a Trump gold phone at this juncture, say in the last year? Well, considering the past ripoffs and the fact that no major cell phones are actually produced in the U.S., so this seemed like a long shot, well, you might think not that many. But the answer is, well over 500,000 people each paid a $100 deposit.
Someone leaving a political movement expects the other side to welcome them, and instead encounters skepticism, demands for accountability, and people telling him to put in community work rather than seek online validation. That response, while understandable given the stakes of the last several years, is strategically counterproductive for anyone hoping to build a broader coalition. Persuadable voters who feel unwelcome on arrival don't stay. People are leaving in the first place not through abstract ideology, but through $59 million in undelivered phones. The Trump phone is the clearest possible metaphor for a governing style that converts loyalty directly into revenue with no obligation to deliver. When you can name the broken promises, no new wars, cheaper gas, day one solutions, Doge checks, and stack them against a list of undelivered products, the pattern becomes impossible to dismiss as bad luck.
Some Trump supporters, probably the ones that were really loyal to, are getting upset right now because they're not going to be receiving their gold Trump phone. Those deadlines have come and gone. And now people are getting emails saying that they're not getting these phones. And that when people have tried to call and get refunds, their deposits back, the answer is no. People that trusted President Donald Trump, that he was actually going to deliver on a business venture with them, or something that they could have tangible, and something they could feel even more connected with him on, all of a sudden they're feeling let down. Now, remember President Donald Trump said before about Republicans or people that voted for him? He said that they weren't very smart people. I wonder if this is going to open the eyes of some of his supporters. I mean, it's only 590,000 of them, which made them $59 million. That, whose pockets is that in? It continues to amaze me, the amount of faith that people put into this man. I wonder if anyone's ever going to learn. But at this point, it's really too late. It's not like he'll ever become president again. He's already got what he wanted, money and power. But what has he given back to you? Bye.
I think you're on the wrong side. 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 I don't care. I really don't. Good for you. You're on the wrong side. 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 No, wait. You're on the wrong side, bitch. I'm not a tourist. I'm from New York. What's good? What's good? Make sure you defund the cops all the way. Hey, when you defund the cops totally, it's gonna be you and
Michael Weitzel. I'm being asked to leave by the police because of Donald Trump.
Hey, I'm a Donald Trumper. Dude.
You're a Trump
I'm a MAGA. Yes, I am. So I just want all these cops you got to deal with them MAGA, but they're not political. They don't want any kind of political.
A bunch of MAGA Republicans have posted photos of themselves online at Donald Trump's state fair, and they've accidentally exposed how empty it is and how nobody is attending. For example, this is Senator Roger Marshall. This is actually a screenshot from a video he posted, and you can see there's a lot of grass behind him. It is not packed. This is Republican Representative French Hill reporting live from the Ferris wheel, and you can see behind him as well, there's nobody at this fair. This right here is Republican Representative Blake Moore, and in this video, he was begging people to come because it's so empty, but as you can see behind him, there's maybe like 2 people over there. And there are many more examples, but I just find it so funny how Trump ruined a state fair, and Republicans are also exposing how empty it is. Just the cherry on top.
Finding themselves unwelcome in public spaces. A dynamic that was once almost exclusively reversed. Whether that represents justified accountability or political discrimination depends entirely on who you ask, and that ambiguity is itself the story. Republican representatives posting videos meant to showcase enthusiasm accidentally documented the opposite. Wide open grass, a near-empty Ferris wheel, a congressman actively begging people to attend. Political optics depend entirely on what ends up in the frame, and when your own allies are providing the wide shots, the messaging operation has already failed. Empty fairgrounds don't generate the same headlines as policy failures, but they tell their own story about enthusiasm, momentum, and whether the base is as energized as the rhetoric suggests.
I have a question.
No, we're not answering
Why?
questions. Get
Why?
out of the bar.
Why?
Because you're a Trump supporter.
I know, but don't you guys want our money?
No, actually we don't. Get out of my bar right now.
You're not welcome.
I'm not fucking around. Get out of my bar.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Out.
Because I'm wearing a Trump vest. That's wild.
I don't care. Get out.
We can call the police, or you can just leave.
You know this is like discrimination, right?
Oh, boo-hoo! Boo fucking who! Get out of my bar.
Watch this. Oh, the Aussies just mocking Trumpism. Meanwhile,
what do you make of these fans that are showing up here and disparaging the president, calling him a sex offender and stuff like that? Have you seen this?
I haven't seen that, but look, it's great that we get to host the World Cup. Now I want America to win. But look, if you come to our country, you ought to be respectful of our president. And think about it, they probably can't do it in their countries.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the Australians. The Australians are the ones who are really pushing this.
oh, I know that ain't who I think it is. Florida Senator.
He said that they weren't very smart people. I wonder if this is going to open the eyes of some of his supporters. I mean, it's only 590,000 of them, which made them $59 million. Whose pockets is that in? It continues to amaze me, the amount of faith that people put into this man. I wonder if anyone's ever going to learn. But at this point, it's really too late. It's not like he'll ever become president again. He's already got what he wanted, money and power. But what has he given back to you? That.
Insane. But it also shows how corrupt our politics are, because this man should probably be in jail for his involvement. But as this even says, he didn't just avoid being charged, he got back into the industry. I mean, he wants to go off about respecting the president. My guy, you don't even respect the people that elected you. You don't respect an iota of this country. You view it as your potential slush fund. So I don't care about this. I don't. What I care about is fraudulent people who take advantage of the systems in place.
Never be part of the MAGA family, and that I'm black, I'll never be accepted, but he just got my vote. Nah, that's crazy.
Well, he's had a couple of updates since then, and one of them that I think is significant is this one.
MAGA family, you know why I'm MAGA? It's because the MAGA people have done more for me as a whole than black people, my own people, have ever done for me.
It's a family, one that treats him better than the black community ever has. Today's a day that a lot of people spend time with their family. How is he spending today?
MAGA family, I still haven't found anywhere to go for Thanksgiving. I reached out to some people that commented on my post from the Pennsylvania, South Jersey area, and I got no reply, which kind of really hurts my heart because I reached out to like a couple people and no one replied. And honestly, I feel like I'm not going to have anyone to spend Thanksgiving with.
And I'm guessing he's looking for somewhere to spend Thanksgiving, because in the video just before this one, he posted about how he wasn't welcome at his brother's funeral. This kind of reminds me of a story from a couple of years back. A 19-year-old kid in South Florida did a peel out on a rainbow mural that was in the middle of a roadway for Pride Month in his lifted truck with his Trump flag flying. In fact, I believe he did it on Donald Trump's birthday. And he got arrested for that. Get out of here, you fat little coward.
You're the judge! Un-American pieces of
Nazi piece. And then the judge actually ended up sentencing him to writing a paper about all the victims of the Pulse nightclub shooting. He had to actually look into each of their lives and kind of write a biography about all of them, which I thought was actually probably a pretty good way to go. In court, however, he cried. He cried and told the judge that he only did that because he had kind of gravitated toward Trump and MAGA because he was looking for acceptance and he felt like he was accepted by them. That's a tactic that street gangs use. That's a tactic that white supremacist groups use to recruit. We'll be your family now. You know, if you go to a Comic-Con or a horror convention, you'll see all these people who have come there looking for their people, finding community. And in those cases, it's positive. But if someone doesn't find a positive family, they'll find the other one. And here's a tip. If your family, if the people who are accepting of you are hateful of others, there's a good chance they're going to turn on you eventually as well.
A private business owner on his own property, making a decision about who he serves and doing so without apology, without corporate language, and without the slightest interest in the discrimination argument being thrown at him. Legally, as with the Smoothie King situation, political affiliation generally offers no federal protection in public accommodations. The bar owner knows this, which is why his response to the discrimination claim is 2 words and a door. What makes this culturally significant isn't the confrontation itself, it's what it represents about where American social tolerance currently sits. Businesses that once stayed carefully neutral on political identity are now making visible, public choices about the communities they want to serve. That shift is happening in both directions, and each viral confrontation deepens the sense that shared public space is becoming increasingly conditional.